What up, YouTube? You here with your boy Mac. We in the Bat Cave. Welcome to Pop Off Podcast. We're happy to have you here. Look, we're looking up The Godfather today. So a lot of what we're gonna be looking at today is Kevin Samuels. I've never seen this one yet, so I kind of want to make sure that I can put my spin on it. Just see what I see, what my aspects of what I'm seeing in this video. I wanted to take a fresh one I didn't see. This is over a year old. I'm reacting to a video, but The Godfather is really that he's that guy, right? I don't want to take too long to get into this, but we'll stop, we'll cut it here and there. But let's see what's going on. She's mostly my age, so this will help me get a better look into maybe women around my age and what's going on in our minds, right? So without further ado, let's check out what's going on with this video now.
All right, Onique, what's going on? You know that's too damn long of you. Come on, I'm like, I don't want to do this. All right, how old are you again? 20, 29?
No, I'm 36.
36, okay. I talk to a lot of people. Okay, 36. What's going on with you?
Young. Okay, so basically, I always wanted to get married, but just being serious with someone, um, I don't know, maybe till like about 32, I just didn't think about it. I just was just still having fun.
Okay.
And
What is it? What does that mean?
I just want to step out on a limb real quick. 32, you still having fun? Like, I'm not trying to be that guy. Women don't get mad at me. I'm sure somebody's gonna jump on my comments and chop me on it. But you guys tell me. Let me know in the comments. Is 32 too just my women? Let me know if you're a woman. Let me know if you're a man, because I want to know from a woman's perspective and a man's perspective. But is 32 years old kind of too long to be waiting to make it I don't know, for commitment in marriage? So is that too long to be playing the game or out there in the open? I get it, things happen, but on the most part, if you yourself are making that decision that you don't want to do it, is it? And if so, what's the proper age? Tell me the age you think is the right age in which women should be ready to settle down for good. All right, let's keep it rocking.
Just dating, casually dating people, not necessarily having sex with them.
Okay.
But of course, everyone wants to have sex.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm playing football and I'm trying to pass the goal without doing it in a way sometimes.
So
You know-
you're robbing
I
me.
don't get that at all.
A little.
Not a little. This is where you ladies got to start. See, what men want to hear from y'all is the truth.
Yeah. Well, I'm giving it to you.
Well, because you want a man to spend his time, attention, resources on you, and the whole deal is sex.
Mhm.
How would you feel if on payday they played football with your ass?
No, okay, look it. This is what I'm saying. But guys that you're just dating, I don't want to. I'd want to say after I go on a few dates with you, then, I might want to have sex with you, but I just don't want.
I think he about to say the same thing every man watching this right now is thinking. Bullshit, unless you got a scent, bruh. Like, ain't no way, bruh. Ain't no fucking way, bruh. Like, no, bruh. Like, yeah. Like, I'll take you out first date. We go do something. We might maybe another day going to do something else, but after that, bro, we pretty much Netflix and chilling. And if you still acting crazy and we ain't popped off the vibe yet, all right, let's keep going.
Bullshit.
Huh?
Bullshit.
You're
a grown woman. You're a grown woman. Okay, we're gonna be honest. We're gonna be honest. You're a grown woman.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a virgin, and you and I both know that a woman makes up her mind whether or not she wants to have sex with a man. You know if you're gonna have sex with him or not.
Okay, maybe say after the second date.
Hold on. Okay, no. It doesn't play over here. You're 36. You're not 22. This part, and see, you're not listening. This is why men are walking away from marrying and dealing with y'all because you're not honest.
Mhm.
There are men you have slept with and didn't require 3 or 4, 5 dates. All right, then that's the bottom line. That's the base price. And to men, it's like if he can get it for this price, why do I have to do all this? That's why I say, ladies, do not go out on date number one with a man that you are not sexually attracted to.
Absolutely. Because if you do, let's just be real. First of all, women, I want to know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Do you know when you first go on a date with a man and you're around him on that first day, whether or not you are sexually attracted to him to the point that you would sleep with that man? Not saying you're going to, but you would. I mean, I know for a man, speaking for a man, we know. We definitely know. Like, we definitely know. A lot of, I think, what we're looking at is how are you presenting yourself, right? Are you presenting yourself in a way that I would respect on my arm, right? Like, speaking for most men, you know, be a lady in the street, freak in the bed, you know what I mean? But if you acting like a freak in the street, you for the streets, bruh. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how I look at it. But everybody got their own. Ladies, let me know in that comment section. Is that the truth? Do we know right when we meet them whether we are or not? Because I would be one to say, flip it and put yourself in the man's perspective. I want you to go into the man's perspective. Now, you to do paying for everything. And you show up with a chick that doesn't meet your sexual desire, right? And you're paying for food, paying for this, paying for that, and then that same person's like, you gonna have to take me on a couple dates or a few dates before you could even crack this chastity seal. Do you think it's worth putting in the effort rather than, you know, you're lowering that scale, I'm feeling you, you feeling me, second date we might do something. If it's right, hey, you might win me over with a couple of things, right? I don't know. That's just my thought process. I have no idea. Ladies, men, put it in the comments. Let me know if I'm right or wrong. I'm just saying, this is what I think. You know, I'm up for suggestion. Let me know what you think. All right, let's get back to it.
Do not go on date number one. Don't go out there talking about our date to see if I like you. French toast that. Keep your ass at home. Don't take his money. Ask all the questions you need to do. Because if you go out with us, we're expected to smash.
Okay, look it. I'm gonna give you an example. I have dated and dealt with people that I didn't actually were attracted to them when I first met them, but as I got to know them, I did become attracted to them. So that can happen too. You know,
This
I
is
just
what women do. They play games with the possibility of sex. The guys you went out with, were you paying all the bills? Were you paying for everything? 100%? No.
no.
Then it's bullshit. It's bullshit. I mean, you sitting there
Not
saying,
saying
well,
that I not saying that I expect for them to pay all the time because I'm a nice girl. I'm from California. You know, we're
it has nothing to
not
do with being
as
family. It's not, no. Look, did you grow up with your father?
my father died when I was 11 years old.
I'm going to stop it right there before we go any further. There used to be a saying back in the day. It was a couple sayings, but one of the sayings that I remember was like, if she was like the son of the preacher, or the son of the fucking preacher. Pause! I'm thinking of the song. The daughter of a preacher, you know what I'm saying? Like, supposed to be a certain type of way, and we had our own sayings, but like, at the same time, when women grow up fatherless, I'm gonna just throw this out there, and I just want to throw the statistic. I'm not making a judgment one way or the other. I'm just throwing a statistic out there. But when women raise children on their own, those kids happen to grow up, and a lot of higher of the percentage of time wind up having issues in the future. And I don't want to blame that on just females and or males being or not being an equation, but it's definitely a big portion of it. It's because I feel like females and males operate differently. When we can tap into what works best for both of us, I think you wind up coming up with a dream team. But a lot of times when you just say that you don't need the other side, it's hard to believe. But I know that as a man, for men, and as a man who, just understands raising boys, men are more structured in the fact of we may be sloppy at everyday life, doing dishes, cleaning the house, doing this or that, but we're pretty structured in going and getting work done, going to work, organizing to make sure the priorities are taken care of, the bills are taken care of, most of the time fixing things that need to be fixed, prioritizing long-term strategic ideas of what we need to do. That's my thought of it. I'm one man. I can't tell you everything. That's the way I assume or see things from what I've seen or been through. But tell me if I'm wrong. If I have a different logic or you see things different, put it in the comments. Let me know. All right, let's get back to it.
So,
Well, you should have heard this somewhere in your life. Don't accept nothing from a man that you don't expect to do something for.
yeah.
So what
But
you're
you know
talking
what?
about,
Okay.
what you're talking about, see,
Okay.
this is why so many women in your age range are going to be destined to be alone because you're still trying to pretty it up. What you did was you ran game, you hustled, and you deceived dudes. And then you wonder why these guys get out here and become mean and fuck boys. Because they run into women like you playing games.
Okay, so
What-
if from here on,
What's wrong with being upfront and saying, I'm not sexually attracted to you, I'm not going to go on a date with you? What's wrong with
Much
just
rather
doing that?
honestly.
nothing, because sometimes, I'll just say, no, thank you, I'm not interested. I say that. And some guys,
Now.
they might get mad. And
Now.
now, I
But you didn't do it
now.
then.
I didn't know how. I didn't have the knowledge to do that.
Okay, but you did know they wanted to have sex.
Yes. Who doesn't? I mean, it's kind of like,
But you weren't. That's the point.
yeah, I didn't want to.
Well, see, that's the point. I want you guys to understand. Women know we want to have sex. They want to have sex. But see, what they do is you sit around and say, well, he accepted the date. He didn't have to do it. If you had a son, would you want somebody to treat your son that way?
Now, women, I also want to be very clear about this. We at a point now where men kind of assume that now because we've seen Kevin Samuels or whatnot. So when we get into these situations where a lot of times, and I'm not saying you don't have standards, we expect you to have standards. And if you hold those standards, there's a way to show that. But for men, if you come off perceived in a way where I think you just want me for my money or you trying to play me, you then start to play on a man's pride. If you play on a man's pride, that's probably the worst thing to do, because if that man has any self-worth or feels any type of way towards himself, he's not going to allow that, which means he will walk away cold turkey. He's not going to allow that to happen. He's going to stand on his too. Now you're going to get simps out here. But that's why I said, because it's deeper than what you think it is. You have a dude challenging himself, whether or not he has belief in himself or what he can do, right? But yeah, it's a very valid point.
No, but I will.
And that's it. There's no but. See, anything you say before but is bullshit. And here's the thing: you're still in the dating market, right? Do you want to be married one day?
I want to have kids and get married, but we'll
All right.
see.
Well, the way you're coming across is your mindset is still where it was.
Yeah.
It's a chameleon rebel. And men pick up on this kind of stuff because you do not get, how tall are you?
I'm 5'2",
Dress size?
a 2.
So a woman who is cute, over 30, single, childless. It's crazy.
To a guy like us,
That's what
gonna mean
because
something's
you
wrong.
have run across plenty of suitable men, and you've gotten to be this age and unmarried with no kids, and that's what men think.
Something wrong with it.
So my thing
Cuckoo
is,
for
what
Cocoa
you
Puffs.
want, cool. How do you plan on getting what you want?
That's what we think. I'm not saying.
Well,
that's what
now
it
I'm
is.
just putting myself out there a little bit more
You need to be humble.
To
and
do
submissive.
what?
than what I was in the past. I was so. At one point, I just wanted to date an athlete or a basketball player or a rapper or something. I would only try to.
So I'm gonna just go ahead and just stop it right there. If you coming out and saying that, I'm gonna speak on me. If I'm dating you, you coming out and saying that, I'm not knocking you for it, but you just told me you materialistic. You follow the crowd. I am not a follow the crowd type nigga. If I'm be out here and I'm be doing what I gotta do, you need to be following me. Yeah, no, that's not okay. Yeah, that's not okay. So I don't know how. That's not okay. Bruh, like coming out, that's vicious. That's crazy. You just came out and pretty much said the quiet part out loud. That's crazy. That's not okay. That's not.
Be in the area or go to clubs, try to meet those type of people. But now I'm much more open, I guess, because I'm older, and I don't know, I don't want to say I'm settling, but I'm just more open. I'm more mature, maybe.
Did you go to college?
Huh?
Did you
Yeah,
hold the phone steady?
I went to school.
Could you hold the phone
State
steady?
LA.
Huh?
I went to Cal State LA.
Okay, could you just hold the phone steady because it's moving over? Could you set it down
Oh,
so it doesn't move? Because I don't know if you ladies hear what you hear from men.
I'm here.
Go ahead, take your time.
Okay.
You got a book or something you can set it on?
Yeah, I'm doing my best because I really didn't expect to get on here, and I was relaxing watching TNT, and I'm just so surprised.
Okay, but
Okay,
see,
there we go.
all right, wherever happened to it? Seemed like you just.
So look, right. I'm gonna cut this video short right here. If you want to see the full video, please go to Kevin Samuel's page. Yeah, man, he's a Godfather. He's got it all on there. This video here is on his page. But yeah, just my thoughts on this, just to look at it. These people are from my age range, so that's kind of scary. She's from my age range. When I look at that, I just, when I hear that, I wanted to marry a ball player, this, that, the other thing. It's scary because, I used to be an athlete at one point. And I went to school, played football. I was, pretty decent. And I could definitely see how that track can be sprung on somebody and then it turns left. So, I don't know, man. My thoughts, if, you got questions, I got questions, we all got questions. Put your comments down below, man. Ladies, gentlemen, let me know what you think. Tell me, do you believe waiting till 32 is too long for somebody to decide to settle down? Or do you feel as though there's no limit on that? Or is it the fact that right now maybe we're in a different era and that era hasn't found an identity yet? I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I'm confused now by looking at it. I think a lot of things stem from accountability, but that's for another day. Again, if you want to see more content, please like, share, and subscribe. Until the next video, this is Pop Off Podcast. If it pissed you off, it is what it is. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. This is Mac.